Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamaha-siddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandanubhavaswadam, sarvaroga nivarakam, vande papa vinashaktam. Nithyanandaya swagatam, nityamuktam nirvikalpam, dhyanaloka pradipakam, vande shantamayam bandham. Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandagandha sancharam, sarvopadhi vinirmuktam.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् ज्ञानसम्बन्धाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
Enlightenment is ultimate but not final. The ultimate goes on happening every moment in you. So, word enlightenment should be used as enlightening. That's a proper word. It is a continuous process. So intensity is responsible for this process to be a continuous process. Enlightening, not enlightenment.
Enlightenment is a constant happening in all of us. For an example, one day you overeat and feel dull and decide not to overeat from next meal. It is an enlightenment. And you feel the cloth is hurting you. You loosen it, adjust it, decide to wear better clothing next time, which will not hurt you. It is enlightenment. Chappal is hurting. You decide, oh, I should not be wearing this, and change it. It is enlightenment. And you feel some particular thoughts constantly harasses you, haunts you, depresses you. And you decide, let me not have it again, or let me know how to handle it again. If it comes back, let me unclutch, or let me disclutch, or let me destroy. This is enlightenment. I tell you, constantly enlightenment is happening in all of you. Every moment, the updating happening in your body, mind, emotion, consciousness is enlightenment. If you decide, oh, I am having back pain and knee pain today, tomorrow I will do yoga and see that my body becomes strong. It is enlightenment. So any furtherance towards the superconsciousness is enlightenment. Even keeping your body comfortable is enlightenment. Understand? Whenever you add luxury to your body, you are destroying it. You are not keeping it comfortable. If your clothes are hurting and you are deciding to wear better clothes which does not hurt, is enlightenment. Means keeping it comfortable. But when you add luxury, you add something which will not keep your body and mind comfortable or happy forever. That is luxury. That is not enlightenment. Understand? Anything which furthers your body, mind, emotion, consciousness towards the superconsciousness, the ultimate, is enlightenment.
You don't need to do anything in your life if you want enlightenment, health, $1 billion, not million, billion. $1 billion and beautiful relationships, everything, all the auspicious things you aspire, all the auspicious things you think you need in your life, I give you. See, please understand, when I say something, I will be really, really practical. I honestly tell you, the day I decided, I will not grieve. That's it. All these things started gathering around me. Whether it is a good physical health, or mental health, or joy, or emotional health, beautiful ambience to live, or the wealth, everything simply started gathering around me. If you get into a coal mine or the place where they keep the charcoal bags, if you go in and come out, naturally the black dust will be on your body. Same way, just decide this one truth: I will not suffer. That's all. Enlightenment will sit on you like a dust.
Any truth makes you understand the value of life.
expands your consciousness. And it is a direct method for enlightenment. Even a simple thing, if walking 10 steps is going to make you breathe more easily, understand it is method for enlightenment. If bending your body is going to make you live pain-free, more comfortably within your body, understand it is a method for enlightenment. Anything which expands you is method for enlightenment, method for Jivan Mukti, the ultimate freedom, the ultimate realization. Now two things, qualification and wanting. Understand, even if you are not qualified, it's okay. There is no qualification actually. There is no qualification. But the deep wanting it, feeling that I need it, that should be there. There is no need for any qualification. People ask me, Swamiji, what all you did to achieve this enlightenment? I promise, I had all problems which you are having. When I say all, I mean capital letter A-L-L. I am not having my own meaning. Don't think that if you inquire about that all, then I will hide some portion. No. When I said all, I didn't mean it like that, like this, no. I am very clear. I had all, A-L-L. All problems which you have. Not able to trust the existence or not able to trust yourself. These are the few problems. The major problems. I had everything. All I can say, there is no qualification for enlightenment. See, I can tell you from my experience, enlightenment does not need any qualification because I did not have. I did not have any qualification. For somebody to win a lottery, there is no qualification required. All you need to do, buy a lottery, that's all. That is the only qualification. Can anybody say, no, I worked, went all the way to the market and paid $1 and bought a lottery, that is why I won $100 million? No. The work which you did is too small for the result which you got. So enlightenment is always a lottery. It is always a lottery. Understand? Never. Once that experience happens, you will understand. You will really know the truth. It is just a blessing. Whatever you do will be nothing more than buying lottery ticket. Person who bought a lottery ticket cannot say, it came to me because of my hard work. But the fools, we always brag. Once it happens, we always find some reason to connect. No, I was also qualified. I was also qualified. But the enlightenment does not need any qualification. It does not need any qualifications. Great Master Ramana Maharshi says, in one of his stotra to Arunachala, I gave me and got you. Who is the winner? Who is intelligent guy? He says, I gave me and got you. Who is intelligent guy? So enlightenment, you can have enlightenment by giving you. See, giving you is not equal thing for what you received. Even if you have given your whole life, it is nothing more than buying a lottery ticket. Buying a lottery ticket does not mean you have done everything to achieve the result. To win the lottery. To win the lottery. After it happens, you will understand it's just a pure grace and blessing. The result or the effect will be so big. The transformation will be so great. You can't think why you have been chosen. Why it has been showered on you. No qualification is necessary. But the deep need, the seeking, that is necessary.
Books by Paramahamsa Nithyananda. In the true spirit of Vedic tradition, more than 250 books of Paramahamsa Nithyananda are now available online for free. Access free library at lifeblissprograms.org/books.
When your actions are based on the reward you get, please understand, I'll give you the example. Every month you get $10,000 paid. So all your actions you perform for the 30 days, the final reward is $10,000. You are working for it. Your mind is such, within few days you will feel that reward is too low for your performance. Even suddenly if it rises to $100,000 per month, within next few days you will feel it is too low for your actions, too less reward. Mind by its nature constantly makes you feel all the reward you get is too less. Even if you get this whole world, you will feel it is too less for your very existence. You don't need to do anything. Just because you are here, you are breathing, you feel the whole world is supposed to be at your feet. That is the way mind works. It is so unfortunate. The next step is the most unfortunate thing. When you feel, feeling any reward you get is less than your performance. You are getting less than what you are offering to society. That is the first problem, disturbance. The second thing, immediately what happens? You start reducing your performance. If you are a software engineer, when you are in office, you are supposed to work, you are browsing. Or you are just spending time on some other work. Why? Because you feel, this fellow is paying only $10,000 to me. It's too less for what I am giving to this company, to this person. Let me reduce what I am giving. Your expression, your creativity, your expansion is reducing. You are not understanding. You are angry with your boss for paying you less, but you are punishing yourself by reducing your creativity, by putting you in more and more laziness, by reducing your expansion, your life. See, when you are performing less, you are getting into a pattern, setup. After you perform less continuously for 3-4 months, you will start believing that is your capacity. That is your capacity. So unfortunate. You are angry with your boss. You want to punish him, but you drink the poison. By you drinking the poison, you are not going to punish him. Don't be foolish. It is so unfortunate when people start disturbing, destroying their own creativity, productivity. Just because they are angry with the person who is paying them back. I am giving you one example. Look into your life. Everything moves just with this concept of return. It is so unfortunate because you feel that the person who is paying you back needs to be punished. You reduce your creativity, which is end of the day punishment for yourself. I am giving one example of the boss. I can give you the other example in an expanded way. Slowly you become angry with the whole life. You feel your wife is not giving you the love back which you are giving. To your children, the love you are offering, they are not giving back. Whatever you are offering to your friend, you feel he is not responding back. Whatever you are giving to society, you feel society is not giving you back. Understand? When you are angry with the friends, angry with family, angry with your society, you stop radiating love. It is so unfortunate. When you stop radiating love, you are punishing yourself. You get into a mental setup, a trend, personality. I tell you, 2 months, if all your actions are based on calculation, 3rd month you will believe that much only is your capacity. Just try for 2 months without planning or calculating how much you get it back. Go on giving love, courtesy, help, service. Decide. Please understand, 100% of you are in a frozen prison of this calculation of giving and taking. Functioning based on this calculation of what I receive. I'll call that mental setup as the prison. This functioning is called prison. I tell you, break this prison, you will feel real freedom. 48 days, you go on giving whatever you can without bothering about whether the other person is reciprocating or not. Without expecting reciprocation from the opposite side. Your time, your energy, your understanding, your love, your help, whatever you can give. Whatever way you can radiate your creativity, understand? I am not saying only in voluntary service, I am saying even in your regular job. Whether your job in which you are getting money as paid, money as a salary, or some smile, support, that as a reward, whatever it may be. Whole day, whether you are doing your paid job for which you are paid, or you are doing some voluntary service, or you are giving your love to the family, in every moment, decide for 2 months, I will go to my extreme. For 48 days, I will go to my extreme without bothering about how the other person is responding or reciprocating. In these 48 days, you will be at least 3 times more energetic, alive, intelligent than you are now. I can give you how to become 3 times better than you. Because you are caught with this one mental setup. See, this is what the first thing you learn in your life. How much you are given back, only give that much. It's a huge unconscious net where all the fishes which are souls are caught. Maya is a fisherman. This giving, only how much you feel you are receiving, is the net. All of you, the souls, are the fish he is catching. If you get caught in the net, you are bound. One day he will just take you out of the water and eat, that's all. Break from this one net. The moment your mind is unconsciously planning, he reciprocates only this much, why should I? Understand, visualize you are in the net. You are in the net thrown by Maya. Let your fight with non-performance be the standard of measure. You may then ask, how can I work? I need some inspiration to work. You are fighting with non-performance. You are fighting with the shrinking feeling. You are fighting with the laziness. You are fighting with the non-creativity. Be the source of inspiration for you to live. People always tell, no, if the reward is not the source of my reason for performance, why should I perform? If I should not expect result, why should I perform? Understand, perform to break free from the inherent laziness you are carrying, inherent tendency of shrinking, inherent tendency of non-performance. First thing you need to do in your life is the decision to live and expand. Unfortunately for most of the human beings, life is a forced happening on them. First thing, decide to live, will to live. Decide, I am going to live in every dimension of my life. I'll create wealth, I'll create health for me, I'll create mental happiness for me, I'll create beautiful, loving people around me. Understand, you can transform anybody into a loving being by your love. Love is like a phosphorus. The moment you put that on anything, it completely burns that. How phosphorus converts anything into its own. If you drop phosphorus on anything, it will burn that and convert the whole thing into itself. Same way love. Love is like a fire. Drop on anybody, it will convert the person also into love. This one thing, if it becomes part of your life, you are liberated. Whether you do pranayama, whether you do yoga, whether you share your time with some people, whether you work in the office, whether you work out in the gym, or you share your love with your family, in every situation you are stopped, you are binding yourself, you are controlling yourself, you are lowering yourself just with the one idea, am I getting back? Am I getting back? Am I getting back? If you are working out 2 days, you see, wow, if the muscle is not happening, oh, then I am not getting back, let me reduce. Constantly, in every step, you lower yourself, you bind yourself. Whether it is your job, or it is your sadhana, or it is your love, whether it is in the line of physical health, or mental health, or relationship, or creating wealth, or your fulfillment, in every line, you stop with this one wrong mental setup, stopping because you feel you are not getting enough reward. Anything you get, you are going to feel you are not getting enough. Break from this one mental setup. I tell you, you will explode into enlightenment.
Nitya Kriya, restoring Hatha Yoga to the world. A series of healing yogic processes revealed by Paramahamsa Nithyananda to care and cure for diseases and disorders. Practice Nitya Kriya and awaken your Kundalini energy. To find out more, visit www.nityananda.org/nitya-kriyas.
Anything, if you focus intensely, suddenly you will have the expanded vision. But without giving the attention or without having the enough samana energy in your body to grasp the complete understanding. Give you this one example, then you will be able to understand. If you churn the curd, you will get the butter. Out of butter you can make ghee. Same way, if you churn your body with 1200 long breath, the butter which comes out is samana, the most subtle energy which gives you the understanding, which makes you constantly remember the ultimate truths. See, for example, when you sit and remember you are God, the whole universe is made out of your imagination, it is made out of same stuff in which dreams are made. When you are having all these understandings, the precise day-to-day activities which need to be done precisely, you don't do. Or when you do the activities which needs to be done precisely, when you are doing them, you don't have this remembrance of the complete truth, of the whole. Samana solves that problem. If the samana energy is built in your body, one side you will be able to do the precise work like a thinking and writing, calculating, doing mathematics. You will be able to do all the precise down-to-earth work. At the same time, constantly your brain, your inner space will be remembering, will be residing into that beautiful cosmic truths. So even while you take the minutest decision of your life, like you are measuring the land and marking for some building, when you are doing that job, you neither remember you are the whole world, nor have the sense or the intelligence to remember. This is one of the biggest problem all the seekers in all traditions face. If anybody finds the medicine for HIV, Nobel Prize is waiting for him, because that's one of the biggest problem humanity is facing. Same way, if anybody finds solution for this problem, during the minutest works, unable to remember the ultimate existence or the truth, is the HIV seeker's mind is suffering. If somebody can find solution for this problem, he will be respected as the ultimate incarnation, avatari, in the history of spiritual seekers and spirituality. Understand? Here is the solution. No practice will be giving you the maturity or the understanding, ability
to remember the highest truths when you are doing mundane jobs, especially like thinking, strategy planning, preparing certain argument, or organizing your money, organizing your balance sheet, the corporate decision making. During all those moments, forgetting the ultimate, that was one of the biggest problems. This is the source of all other problems. See, just like HIV is not an independently a disease. That creates a situation where all other diseases can happen. Same way, non-remembrance of the ultimate during your day-to-day activity is the HIV. The moment that happens, all other problems, degradation, destruction, losing enlightenment, losing the truth, everything starts happening. Solution for this problem is, by your ordinary brain, you will not be able to do both. Your brain is not capable of that. So your brain needs to be added something else, some other chemical. That chemical is what I call samana. That samana gets added to your brain only when 1200 long breath happens in your system. Even if you have done it for 6 months to a year, that's enough. Then after that, it never leaves you. See, this 1200 long breath creates the samana energy in you. In your brain, it settles like a gold coating. All the subtle grooves becomes permanent. 6 months to 1 year. If the 1200 long breath happens, that's enough. Your system will develop the capacity, ability to remember the highest truths of your life, even while taking minutest, smallest decisions. Ramakrishna says very beautifully, how many work you may do, your inner space has to be constantly in that restful awareness. Of course, all masters say that. But this is one of the eternal problem, still unsolved in a practical way. Here is the solution. Even if you take 6 months of your life, nothing wrong. It's worth 1200 long breath per day. It can be happen by running or jogging or weightlifting. There's one more important method through which your breath can become long breath. When you do the same actions with responsibility. See, for example, you are cooking in our kitchen every day and feeding people. The same job, if you connect yourself with the whole picture, why am I cooking and feeding? People who come here are either seekers or meditators or serving the society. So I am serving them. When you take that larger responsibility, the same work you do as your own personally, with a personal feeling connection, as your own, it is your personal responsibility. Whenever you take the responsibility, the same action makes your breath long breath. In your breathing, the samana intake will only be 10%. When the same action, you do it with maturity, suddenly the samana intake through your breath becomes 90%. Responsibility also can make your breath, the samana intake drastically increase like 90%, and that also will make the long breath. So when you are responsibly working, even doing accounts or any work, those moments, how many breaths happen in you, that also will come under 1200 long breath. If you understand the whole vision, if you are working in a company, if you understand the vision of the company, and you are fitting with it, with the whole wheel, that chakra, that circuit, that loop, you are completing the loop with your whole responsibility. You feel responsible for the whole loop. Suddenly, the samana intake increases, the breath becomes long. If 1200 long breath does not happen in you, you will only become tired by remembering the higher ideas or trying to cope up with the pressure of the higher ideas in the real life. With 1200 long breath, the layer of lubrication is created on your brain where all the subtle truths are constantly remembered by itself without you forcing yourself, and those subtle grooves are permanently locked by the gold coating. The subtle truths, higher truths create certain grooves in your brain. If the 1200 long breath happens, one, that samana makes the possibility for more subtle grooves to happen in your brain, means more subtle understandings constantly remembered by you. That's first. Second, the grooves which are created, those subtle grooves are permanently sealed, so that even during death you don't forget the higher truths. This 1200 long breath is almost equivalent to your day-to-day meal. How you can't miss eating and how you don't miss eating, the 1200 long breath should not be missed. See, just like food creates little energy for your body to run, same way 1200 long breath creates the samana in your brain, which acts as a lubrication and takes care all your major decisions and your life is done with higher intelligence. See, when you act with higher intelligence, what happens, the tension disappears in your day-to-day life. You don't feel suffocated or suffering. Life flows like a smooth understanding. Wow, what a free, beautiful flow. And everything you touch feels your sweetness. Your internal space is injected, infused in every object you touch. But I wanted all of you to understand this truth. Anything you touch, you infuse your inner space into it. The quality of your inner space is infused into it. You need to understand the problem is not mental, it is chemical. If you are trying with a mental technique, you are going to be again and again failure. Just like without sufficient protein, even if you do any number of weightlifting, working out, your muscles won't get built. See, for muscles to get built, just weightlifting is not enough. You need to supply enough protein. The natural protein, like vegetables or the protein-based fruits, vegetables and all those things. Only when you give that food, the muscles get built. Same way, only when you do the 1200 long breath, this God consciousness gets built. The higher consciousness gets built in your system. Otherwise, you are like a person who is working out continuously, but eating only little wheat and little rice. Nothing else. Maybe whatever muscles you have will become tight, but you are not going to build muscles. Because to build muscles, the protein needs to be supplied. Protein supply is necessary. Same way, this 1200 long breath is the protein for your spiritual muscles. You need to have highest samana with spiritual intelligence. The samana energy is not sufficient enough. Only that you lack. Add that part, the samana component. The spiritual intelligence which you receive will become permanent. It will stay in your system eternally. As I say that living enlightenment, living with higher intelligence will become lifestyle in you.
Dial the avatar. Paramahamsa Nithyananda answers your questions live during the daily morning satsang every day at 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. We invite you to directly talk to Swamiji and receive His blessings for your life to be filled with bliss and all the auspiciousness. Dial the avatar at 918027279999, extension 129.
Satsanga directly leads to Jivan Mukti, a straight method to Jivan Mukti. If I have to define Satsanga, I can define in three ways. The ultimate Satsanga is just being with the Sat, your own Atman, unclutching. Be unclutched and be with your Atman. Be with your Sat. That is the first level, ultimate Satsanga. Whenever you are not able to do that, whenever you are not able to be in that space, then the second level Satsanga is be with the words of a person who constantly drives you towards the Sat, who is constantly reminding you to be unclutched. Please understand. Read the books which tells you not to waste your time in just reading the books. Listen to the words of a person who constantly reminds you not to just waste time in listening to the words. The first level of Satsanga is be with your own self, Sat, by unclutching. The second level is being with the words, being with a being who constantly asks you to be in being. Being with the words of a person who constantly tells you to go beyond words. Being with the being who reminds you to be in your being. Means Master's presence. The first level Satsanga is to be unclutched and be with yourself. Whenever you can't, the second level Satsanga is be always, whatever possible way, whether it is his physical presence or listening to his words or meditating, remembering his leelas or just internalizing his words through books. All this can come put together as Satsanga with Master, who constantly puts you in the ultimate Satsanga. Please understand. The first level of Satsanga is being with yourself, being unclutched. The second level of Satsanga is being with the being who constantly reminds you to be in being. Master teaches you through all these three. Through his teachings, first level. Through the initiation, second level. Through constant remembrance of you, wherever you are, he hatches you into a new being. He makes you into very his self. First the words, teachings, then the touch, sparsha, initiation, then wherever you are, because constantly you are connected to him, how you remember him, he goes on remembering you. I can see very clearly. Millions of people are living inside this body. Whoever is remembering, they are all living inside this body. Each cell is responding independently to all the people who are remembering this body. That is why the enlightened beings, the incarnations, will be available in the form of Divya Sarira even after they leave the body. When they give initiation to a disciple, they take a vow. Till you become enlightened, I will be available to you even if I leave the body. That is why when the masters leave the body, their Divya Sarira will be available in Aksharadama, means the imperishable space. Aksharadama is the gateway of Kshara and Akshara, perishable and non-perishable. It is the gateway of form and formlessness. It is the gateway of ice and water. Water is formless, ice is form. So where both of them are touching, that is the space called Aksharadama. We call it Shambhala. All enlightened beings, all incarnations, till all their disciples achieve enlightenment, reside in Aksharadama, in the form of Divya Sarira. Their Divya Sarira is available. Please understand. That is why, if you are initiated by an enlightened Sadguru or incarnation, you don't need another one master. Just connecting with that master is enough. Maybe sometime that master himself will guide you to a living master if required. If he guides, catch the living master. If you don't get guidance from him, don't worry, he himself will take care. Just retain the strong vidarka with him, that's all. As long as the disciples are liberated, they will be available in Aksharadama. If they are incarnations, they take a vow not only to liberate their disciples, and they create few masters on the planet Earth among their disciples, enlightened masters, and they take a vow, all the disciples initiated by their disciples till they became enlightened, they will be available in the Aksharadama. The power of satsanga is so strong, it just makes you sat. Please understand, whatever you remember, whatever you hear becomes part of you, even if you try to avoid. That is why Ramakrishna again and again says, during that spiritual growth time, don't try to have the heroism of going and attacking or spending time with negative people and trying to justify, trying to fight with them and change their opinion. Don't do. Just don't listen. That is the best way. Understand? Ramakrishna says, when a banyan tree is sprouting and growing, even a small goat can destroy it. But if it grows, even elephant cannot do anything. You can tie the elephant in the tree, nothing can be done. But when you are growing, you are just a sapling, plant. A small goat can come and spend half an hour with you and destroy your growth. Don't allow that to happen. Don't think, no, I'll face him, I'll change his logic. No. Negativity is sometimes more appealing to you than positive experience, because 80% of you is still in unconscious. Satsanga is so important. Whatever you hear constantly, whatever you see constantly becomes part of you. That is why I tell you, just like how you are very careful about what you eat. You don't drink poison. Just say, no, I'll defy poison. I'll just drink and show, prove the logic of the poison is wrong. No. So don't try to fight with poison in a foolish way by drinking it. Same way, don't try to fight with the negative people, unconscious people, by letting them near you. I have seen how many people have missed it, lost the master and spiritual life and ultimately enlightenment just because of these few unconscious people, negative people. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't have negative company, dussanga, and constantly try to have satsanga. Have satsanga in your life. You will achieve Jivan Mukti. That is the essence I wanted to share with you all. Let you all have satsanga. Now you can have satsanga from wherever you are. Web TV is available. Discourses are available in YouTube continuously. The Brahmi, bee, making the worm into bee, is directly sitting with the master and listening to his words. Hen, sitting on the egg and hatching the egg and making the chicken, is master directly working on you, doing the process, living enlightenment process or inner awakening, doing this process. Master remembering you and you remembering him, like a fish and tortoise remembering the eggs and hatching. That is what is e-satsanga. Through Web TV. Web TV does the job of fish and tortoise. How they hatch the egg, the same thing is done through the Web TV. So constantly be in the satsanga. You will remember me, I will remember you. You will become enlightened.
Minute for peace. Increase peace. Meditate a minute. See the results. minuteforpeace.org.
What is enlightenment? If you ask me now, I will tell. Fan is moving. TVs are functioning. People are sitting. I am talking. This is enlightenment. Only truth as innate intelligence to reveal itself. Existence is great because it reveals all the truths about its reality. All the psychodrama you add on the things and persons and situations, if they are detected, truth is revealed. The moment you start the psychodrama of me being guru, I start the psychodrama of you being a disciple. The moment you start the psychodrama of friendliness towards somebody, that person starts the psychodrama of friendliness to you. The moment you start the psychodrama of enmity towards somebody, the person starts the psychodrama of enmity towards you. Psychodrama of pain, pleasure, love, anger towards persons, object, or reality is corruption.
Otherwise, in truth, in reality, shastrayonitvat, I tell you, anybody who has a capacity to reveal the truths about himself will go to the deeper and deeper truths about himself. Only a man who can separate all the four: experience, intellect which perceives the experience, the stuff out of which experience is made, and the pure consciousness on which the whole drama is being played. If you can separate all the four by samyama, you will have enlightenment. It's a very subtle concept. I am putting it on record. You will be able to practice this only if you have passed the pradeepa samyama, means that mirror samyama, which I said. 11 days, if you continuously experience that you are mirroring everything, mirroring everything, mirroring everything, that samyama will prepare you for the next samyama of Anandagandha. 11 days the Pradeepa samyama, 5 days the Anandagandha samyama, and 3 days this samyama on the pure consciousness, separating all the four: experience, intellect which perceives the experience, stuff out of which experience is made, and pure consciousness on which all this drama is happening. If you actually, your mind needs to be completely sensitive and highly aware. Some of the Bhashyakaras, commentators, are saying, even if a sound is created, your ears should become red. You should become that sensitive. If a strong sound is created, immediately your ears should become red. Samyama on experience and the pure consciousness. You will have a strong satori. You will have glimpse of enlightenment. It's a very powerful samyama. Maybe if some of you are committed to enlightenment as life's first priority, you can practice this. Actually, you will see whenever an experience happens, how that stuff, chemical out of which experience is made. You will understand the chemistry of experience. That will lead you to the pure, restful awareness, which is enlightenment. Pure, restful awareness, which is enlightenment. I can't even guide you into this samyama because there is no concentration on any spot. You just need to sit and contemplate on how experience happens in you, how your intellect perceives that experience, how the stuff out of which experience is made is experienced by you, and the pure inner space on which all this drama is happening. You need to do samyama strongly. But this samyama directly leads to enlightenment. if you are interested in having the complete enlightening Nithyananda effect, N effect of Brahma Sutra, do all these four. First, listening to the truth and the arguments about the truth by the master. These two part, I myself do it. Nothing needs to be done by you for these two part. But the third part, debate, you need to do. It is not homework, understand. Debate the truth to the level your cognizance believes as factual reality. To the level your cognizance believes as factual reality. After the debate, whatever conclusion you came to, go out and teach at least to 5 people. I tell you, when you teach, your understanding suddenly develops. The fallacy of your logic is understood when you teach. For example, you have 100 reasons saying you are matter, source is matter, it is not consciousness. When I utter the truth, 25 of that logic will die. When I give the arguments supporting the truth, 25 more logic will die. When you do the debate, 25 more will die. When you go out and inspire 5 people, the last 25% will die. Only when you do all these 4, the fallacy of your logic will be realized by you. Understand? Only when you go out and talk, start teaching, suddenly you will understand some parts of your brain which was not completely imbibing this truth is now imbibing. Yes, I had this doubt. Only when I am teaching to him, that doubt is cleared. Yes, that logic is wrong, in which I was stuck. Now I understand.
Trust in you, 'cause you know it's best for me to lead a blissful life, a life with no more strife. I can't believe the things I do, just to spend a little time with you. Nothing will compare, I know you will take care.
You're always showing us compassion, your love is endless like an ocean. Nithyananda, Nithyananda, my life's become a meditation. Ever since we had a deep connection. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. Oh, every time I see you, my consciousness expands. Oh, heart begins again. Every time I think of you, I just start to meditate.
duty to be your parent is giving them emotional and moral support when they need. I wanted to make it very clear. You are not bound by your parents to live the life they wanted. It is not your duty or responsibility. Many times you mistake your attachment and weakness as a duty and responsibility. No. See, if you are completely bound by your parents' way of living, if that becomes your responsibility or duty, there is no possibility for upgrading. Don't you understand? Then the whole humanity has to be in the same low consciousness, because nobody is going to take the risk and courage and break through and upgrade themselves. That is not your duty. That is not your responsibility. Responsibility to the parents is giving them emotional support, moral support. Very beautifully, one of my brahmacharini told me yesterday, the best thing I can do for them is I brought them to you. That's all. Now my responsibility is over. Best thing I can give them is you. After this, now between you and them, I tell you, your highest responsibility for your parents is helping them to become enlightened. Next, teachers. Your highest responsibility, duty to your teachers is keeping the knowledge which they gave you alive and making it grow, flourish. And responsibility for your priests is using the knowledge they gave to achieve the ultimate. Responsibility for your master, duty for your master is you becoming enlightened, nothing else. Give your emotional, moral support to your parents. Grow the knowledge given by your teachers. Use the knowledge given by your priests to achieve the highest possible consciousness. Finally, achieve the highest consciousness using the Master's presence. This is what is your duties towards all of them. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Be very clear. You are not bound by anything else other than these understandings. Inner awakening is a program. Will help whether you are in the beginning state, initial stages, or you need just a last push towards enlightenment. Especially after having certain spiritual experiences, glimpses of enlightenment, not getting that experience eternally, ultimately, strongly, is almost like a torture, suffering, suffocation. This is the moment you should have the physical presence of the Master. You should be in the physical presence of the Master. I tell you, IA will take you beyond all the obstructive biomemories and sustain you in the enlightenment. One more thing I want to tell you, only inner awakening program can take you beyond these biomemories and establish you on the enlightenment. No other technique, no other process can take you to that state.
the planet Earth, no other process is available as on now to establish yourself in that state other than inner awakening. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore, 562109. Contact 097422033311. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nithyananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.
"11 days the Pradipa Samyama, 5 days the Anandagandha Samyama, and 3 days this Samyama on the pure consciousness, separating all the four: experience, intellect which perceives the experience, stuff out of which experience is made, and pure consciousness on which all this drama is happening." If you actually, your mind needs to be completely sensitive and highly aware. Some of the Bhashyakaras, commentators, are saying, even if a sound is created, your ears should become red. You should become that sensitive. If a strong sound is created, immediately your ears should become red.